An artist should register with BMI, Broadcast Music Inc., because it's one of the main ways you actually get paid for your music being used out here. Let me break it down real simple and real. Hajnar 1. You get paid for public performances. Anytime your music is played on the radio, streamed, Spotify, Apple Music, etc., performed live, played in clubs, restaurants, TV, or films. BMI collects performance royalties for you and sends you checks. Without BMI or another pro, you're leaving money on the table. 2. It tracks your music usage. BMI monitors where and how often your music is being played. That means you don't have to chase down every DJ or station. You still get paid even if you don't know where your song is playing. 3. You keep ownership of your music. Signing up with BMI does not mean giving up your rights. You still own your masters, still own your publishing, unless you sign it away somewhere else. BMI just collects money on your behalf. 4. It makes you a legit songwriter in the industry. Registering gives you a professional songwriter profile, makes sure your name is tied to your songs legally, helps if you ever get placements or collaborations. 5. It opens more opportunities. Being with BMI can lead to showcases, industry connections, sync licensing opportunities. Real talk. Important for you, Lays? Since you already got music on platforms, getting streaming revenue, planning to grow your catalog, you need BMI or something like it to make sure every stream, every play, every spin is getting counted. Quick comparison. There's also ASCAP. BMI equals free to join, big advantage. ASCAP equals has a fee. Both do similar things, but a lot of independent artists start with BMI because it's no cost and solid. Anash, bottom line. Registering with BMI equals I'm done playing about my money and my music rights. If you want, I can walk you step by step on how to. Set up your BMI account, register your songs properly, make sure you're collecting both writer and publishing money. That's where most artists miss a bag. Yeah, Lays, this is where a lot of artists miss real money. I'm glad you asked this because BMI plus SoundExchange together equals a full royalty coverage for somebody like you who writes and performs. Let's break it down clean and real. First, what SoundExchange actually does. SoundExchange pays you for digital radio performance royalties. This includes when your music plays on Pandora, SiriusXM, iHeartRadio, digital radio side, internet radio stations, not Spotify, Apple Music. That's different money. Why you need SoundExchange as a rapper-artist. Since you write your music, perform your music, you get paid twice from SoundExchange. 1. As the artist, featured performer, you get paid for being the voice on the track. 2. As the rights owner, if independent, if you own your masters, you also get the label share. That's a double bag most artists don't even know they're owed. Now, what BMI does, BMI pays you for: songwriting, lyrics composition. They collect from radio, TV, live shows, streaming platforms, performance side only. The key difference is everything. Type of money, who pays you, what it's for. Songwriting, BMI, you wrote the song, performed digital radio. SoundExchange, you performed the song, same song, different royalties. How BMI plus SoundExchange work hand in hand. Let's say your track is playing on Pandora. From that one play, BMI pays you because you wrote the song. SoundExchange pays you because you performed it. That's 2 separate checks from one play. How payouts actually break down. SoundExchange splits money like this: 45% featured artist, you; 50% master owner, you if independent; 5% background musicians. If you own everything, you're collecting up to 95% of that royalty. How BMI payouts work. BMI pays writer share, you as songwriter; publisher share, you again if you set it up right. Important: if you don't register a publishing company with BMI, you only get half your money. Real example for you. Let's say your song is on Pandora. It gets 100,000 plays. You get, from BMI, paid as songwriter; from SoundExchange, paid as artist; paid as master owner. That's 3 income streams off one song. Most artists mess this up. They only sign up for BMI, don't touch SoundExchange. don't set up publishing. Result, they lose 50 to 70% of their money. Simple setup for you, Lay's Blueprint. To collect everything. 1. Join BMI, writer account. 2. Create BMI publishing company, super important. 3. Join SoundExchange. 4. Register your songs on both, bottom line. If you write your music, perform your music, own your masters, you're supposed to get paid from multiple angles. BMI equals pen money. SoundExchange equals voice plus master money. If you want, I can map out your full royalty setup. BMI, SoundExchange, CD Baby, streaming, publishing, so you're collecting 100% of your income instead of leaking money. Yeah, Lays, this right here is the real game. This is where artists go from just dropping music to actually building wealth off their catalog. You already ahead having Don Don Publishing set up. Now let's break it down so your viewers really feel why this matters. First, what publishing actually is. Publishing equals the money tied to the song itself, the writing, not the beat, not the recording, the lyrics plus melody composition. So every song has two sides. 1. Master side, the recording. 2. Publishing side, the writing. Why having your own publishing company matters. When you sign up with BMI, they split money into two halves. Writer share, 50%, publisher share, 50%. If you don't have publishing set up, you only get your writer 50%. The other 50% just sits there uncollected or goes elsewhere. If you do have publishing, like Don Don Publishing, you collect your writer share, your publisher share. That's 100% of your songwriting money. Now let's connect it to SoundExchange. Remember, SoundExchange equals pays you for the recording, master performance. BMI equals pays you for the writing, publishing. How it all works together, full stack artist money. Let's say your song is playing. Hashtag on Pandora. You get from BMI, writer plus publisher, because you wrote it. From SoundExchange, artist plus master, because you performed and own it. On Spotify, you get streaming royalties via distributor like CD Baby, publishing royalties via BMI plus publishing admin if needed. And in a movie or TV show, you get sync fee upfront money, back-end publishing royalties, BMI, master use fee for the recording. Why publishing is really powerful. This is the part most people don't talk about. 1. Publishing pays forever. Even if you stop making music, your songs can still get played, get licensed, get covered, and you still get paid. Passion 2. It turns songs into assets. Your catalog becomes something you can sell, license, pass down. That's how artists build generational wealth. 3. It multiplies every play. Without publishing, one stream equals one income source. With publishing, one stream equals multiple income streams. Now, a simple way to explain to your audience. This is podcast ready. You can say it like this. If you only got your music out but no publishing, you getting half paid. Publishing is owning the pen. That's where the long money at. Masters get you paid now. Publishing gets you paid forever. Real talk for independent artists. Most artists upload through distributors, maybe sign up for BMI, but they don't set up publishing, don't collect publisher share, don't register songs properly. That's why they feel like streaming don't pay. Your position, Lays. You got music out, BMI access, Don Don Publishing. You're in position to collect writer money, publisher money, master money, performance money. That's a four-way income setup. Final gem. Publishing is the difference between I made a song and I own a song. If you want, I can help you turn this into a script or breakdown for your YouTube/podcast so you can teach artists this in your own Lays style. Yeah, you talking about Songtrust, and this is the piece that takes everything we just talked about and makes it global. What Songtrust actually does. Songtrust is a publishing administrator. They don't own your music. They don't take your rights. They just collect publishing money for you worldwide. Why Songtrust is even needed. Here's the real truth. Most artists don't know. When your song plays in UK, Canada, France, Japan. Your US PRO, like BMI, does not automatically collect everything. There are different royalty organizations in every country. Examples: UK, PRS for music; Canada, SOCAN. The problem without Songtrust: if you don't have a publishing admin, your international money sits uncollected, gets delayed for years, or never reaches you. What Songtrust collects for you? They go beyond just BMI and collect. #R1, international performance royalties from all those global PROs. Mechanical royalties, big one. This is money from Spotify, Apple Music, downloads. In the US, this is handled by groups like the Mechanical Licensing Collective, MLC. But globally, it gets complicated. Songtrust handles all that for you. How it connects with BMI's SoundExchange. Now let's stack it all together for you. SoundExchange pays you for digital radio, Pandora, SiriusXM, artist plus master owner. BMI pays you for songwriting performance, US. Songtrust pays you for international royalties, mechanical royalties, extra publishing money. BMI doesn't cover full money flow. This is the master breakdown. Let's say your song is going crazy worldwide. In the US, BMI pays writing performance, SoundExchange pays digital radio, distributor pays streaming, master. Outside the US, foreign pros owe you money. Songtrust collects it and pays you. Why Songtrust is a game changer. 1. You collect money you didn't even know existed. Most artists only see like 40 to 60% of their total royalties. Songtrust helps you get closer to 90 to 100%. 2. It works in the background. Once you register your songs, they track everything globally. You don't have to chase anything. And 3, it scales with you. As your music grows, more countries, more royalties, more plays, more streams of income. One thing to understand, Songtrust takes a small admin cut, usually 15%, but that's 15% of money you probably wouldn't have collected at all. Best way to explain to your audience, you can say, BMI gets you paid in the US, SoundExchange gets you paid for your voice. Songtrust makes sure you don't miss money worldwide. Ash, Lay's position, real talk. You got Don Don Publishing, music distributed. Adding Songtrust equals turning your setup into a global royalty machine. Final gem, without Songtrust, you local. With Songtrust, you global. If you want, I can map out a step-by-step setup. BMI plus SoundExchange, Songtrust, CD Baby. So you and your audience can literally follow it and be fully set up to collect every dollar.